What is good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Good morning. I slept so freaking good last night, so I'm probably gonna pump out a lot of videos today because I'm feeling that good. So my name is Autumn, and I'm here to help you assume the position of who it is that you want to be by remembering that you are the only decider, thinker of your reality. Now, guys, I had to rush to make this video and make the notes so that way I can tell you guys, because I'm going to be sharing a success story from one of my friends that I know personally. And I'm so glad that she's letting me speak on this because this is something that I've been wanting to talk more about. And let's get into it. I don't want a long talk. So, yeah, the sun is blessing me this morning. I'm so excited. So, if you've seen the title, you've seen that the title is about insistence is resistance. And I think we get insistence mixed up with conviction, because insistence comes from that lower 3D you who thinks that they are doing all the work when it comes to manifesting. Just like we've been talking about a lot in my last few videos about how you are in the way. This 3D you is in the way. Most of the times your manifestation hasn't come because this little you is pretty much in the way of how it's going to be done. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to insist on your way, like you know exactly what's better. And that's what causes resistance. But some people get it mistaken for conviction. And conviction is mainly you being convicted about being the source of your life. Now, that is coming from being over your life instead of you being this little character down here who thinks that they're moving the pieces. But if you're going to be convicted about anything, be convicted about being the source of your life and one with the all. So there's no need to try to force anything when you're coming from that perspective, all right? So, yes, insistence is just that one thing that I feel keeps you guys in cycles, especially when it comes to manifesting specific people for years and years. Like it's been like 2-3 years and you're not getting any movement at all. It's because you're insisting on it happening one way, one particular way. And what that does is it closes source energy. It closes your energy and source energy into one space, and you're holding on to it and trying to force it to go a certain way. And what that does is it just really depletes you. You don't feel the same. I remember when I was insisting that something happened with a specific person, I just was not myself. I could see that I was drained. I was tired. It just was not going the way that I wanted it to go. And I have this quote from Neville that I really love. Every time I think about if I'm insisting anything, or if one of my clients is insisting anything, I always read this quote to them. So it says, when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, it is with minimum effort. You must control the direction of movements with your attention, but you must do it with the least effort. If there is effort in the control and you are compelling it in a certain way, you are not going to get the results. You will get the opposite results, whatever they may be. And I guess I could tell you guys about this cute little story yesterday. So yesterday, really quick, before I tell you guys her success story, yesterday I was feeling really nostalgic and I just had a thought in my mind. I was driving. I went to go pick up a new book and I was like, you know what? I really want an original chicken sandwich from Burger King because I was thinking about my grandma, and she used to take us to go get one of those original ones from Burger King. And I don't have a Burger King close to me or anything like that. But I just kind of thought about it and I was just thinking about my grandma and how much I love her and how much I miss her. And I just was like, well, if there's a Burger King nearby, and there wasn't one, like I couldn't, like my GPS wasn't really working. And so I just decided to drive. I was actually going to drive back on my side of town. And I actually turned the wrong way, but I just kept going and I said, okay, well, I'll go around and I'll get back on the interstate that way. So I'm going down, then there's construction work, so I have to keep going down a little further. And so when I went to the next light, what did I see on the corner? I saw a Burger King just like out of nowhere. And it was just from that minimum effort of thinking like, oh, it would be nice. And it wasn't any insistence on how it would happen. I didn't get mad because my GPS wasn't working and couldn't pull up a location for me. I just was like, you know what? Like, it's nice. Let me think about it. And I was thinking about my grandma and how much love I have for her. And so that's what led me, that minimum effort with minimum focus on the goal, led me to a Burger King that I've never seen before. And so that's kind of what it's like, just putting your attention on something, but with the least effort, with a love for it, or with the love for yourself as the source. That will lead the way. All right. So, my friend, I'm going to tell her story here, and I'm going to try to do it in a way where, because I know them both. I know her and I know her ex. I know them both personally. So I want to do this with, at least a way where they don't know that I'm really talking about them. I mean, she'll know, but if you ever come across this, like, hey. But anyways, so my friend, she's been with someone for so long, this specific person that she wants to manifest back. They've been together for so long. They were together in high school. They were together for so long, right? And things have happened, as we grow, things happen. And what happened was they stopped being together. But she really wanted him back so bad that she wanted it to be a specific way. And this is something that I tell you guys all the time, because what happened was, in 3 years, she had been trying to get back with him for 3 years, but she had conditioned it to a way where there was just no space for it to be natural at all. So if she would visit frequent places that they both used to go to together, she would always go there and get dressed up with that intent that if I run into him, this is the way she wanted him to say something to her, not her say something to him. And she wanted him to reach out to her and wanted him to apologize to her. So that's what she was leading with. Like I tell you guys all the time, a lot of you, I see you do this, that you'll say, it's been like 2 years, it's been like 3 years, it's been 5 years, but your end scenes or your end goals, are you meeting them somewhere, which is still in the middle, and finally getting into contact or finally getting that apology? And what do you want out of it? You want the relationship. So you're not going all the way past that, thinking about how it would be to actually be in a relationship. That is the actual end, not trying to manifest for the middle, because you get caught in that circle for years and months and conditioning it, and it has to be this way. They have to see me here. They have to see me with this person. I have to get dressed up, and they have to. That's not natural. That's conditioning it. That's moving the pieces around, right? So she would go to the places they would frequently go together. And a few times throughout those 3 years, she saw him. But remember, in her mind, she wanted him to say something to her. So her energy is closed off. She's like, I'm not saying anything unless you say anything. I'm not saying anything unless you apologize. And so even if he wanted to say something, even if he wanted to apologize, even if he wanted to ask her out, her energy was like, it has to go this one specific way, which causes resistance. Her insistence was putting her in a space of resistance when it came to him, when it came to the relationship. And that's what delayed it for 3 years. And so when we finally talked, she was upset because she said, well, the last time I saw him at a frequent place, which she would just go above and beyond. She would get dressed, she would look good, she would do all those things with the intent of seeing him. So it wasn't even as if she was really going to have fun for herself or go because she needed to run errands. It wasn't thinking about that. She was thinking about him with everything she was doing. So that's the only way that pretty much she just put all her energy onto the 3D circumstance and all her energy onto him, and she forgot who she was about the source, about being the source. So she said the last time she went to visit that frequent place that she saw, that she knows that he goes to, he was there with apparently his girlfriend now. And so she's upset, she's distraught, because she's like, it's been 3 years and why hasn't he said anything to me, and blah blah blah, he hasn't followed me on social media, he hasn't done anything. And I'm just like, you put all your attention into this 3D experience and into a certain way that this needed to go, that you forgot about yourself. You did everything and got dressed in hopes to see him, in hopes that it would go a certain way for you, but not being in the end thinking about what it would be like if you guys were just in that loving relationship again, how it would be, and going more into that. You're still in the middle trying to figure out how you guys are going to talk again, and it has to be the certain way that you think it should be. And so now you've delayed and delayed and delayed, and so now you've got the opposite of whatever you wanted. Like Neville said, whatever it may be, we don't know exactly what it is, but you're compelling it, you're moving the pieces. And as the 3D you, instead of being the source that knows that everything is coming from you, it's coming through you, and even he is a part of you. So you would have had to put all that energy onto yourself, and then everyone comes back towards source. I tell you guys this all the time. And so this is what I mean when I'm telling you guys about like staying in the middle for too long, trying to figure things out. Like this little 3D you is in the way. It can't do it. You're not the doer. Remember, you are not the doer. All right. So I told her, I said, now the thing is, and nothing is final unless you say that it's final. And this is the key I want you guys to know, that just because you see a third party, just because you see something that's happening on the outside, it doesn't matter. Nothing is final until you say that it's final. And so who are you being? Because what's happening is you're getting who you are. You're getting based off of who you're being. And you're being someone who's so focused on the 3D and thinking things have to be a certain way, that you're so involved in the 3D that you've forgotten about you and what you like and how you're amazing and what things you can cultivate in your time and how much better you can be. And so instead of focusing on him, pull all your focus in on you. And I'm so excited because she's spending some of her summer in Europe, which I was so excited about. I was like, because this is the time where you can just go general. And this is why I tell you guys, if you're wanting to be with one specific person, a lot of the times when you're manifesting them back, I always tell my clients to get off of that person and go general. Include them, but go general, because you don't want to block the flow of love from your friends, your family, from opportunities, from life, from other potential specific people, because you don't know. You could get with a specific person and then months down the road, years down the road, you guys could be together. But you don't want to block what's here for you, that's wanting to be a mirror for you, right? So I told her, I said, okay, so your focus, your only focus is to express who you're being. And so I told her, I said, think about who it is that you want to be. But this time, don't think about the how. Don't think about the middle. Don't think about how you're going to get into the relationship or anything like that. Think of yourself in the relationship, how you want it to be. And yes, you can actually include him in that. If you have visualizations with him, yes, include that, but still go general. Think about yourself in love. Think about yourself, how you want to be, how you want to act in love, and then move from there. And so I hadn't really talked to her for a while. She's been in Europe and she's been posting on her Instagram. I could tell her spirits have been brighter. And so yesterday, she sent me a screenshot of her IG, and that he followed her on IG now, her specific person. But the gag here is, and she wrote me a note, but I paraphrase here. But she was just saying, now that she finally gets it coming from I am, and she's been having a wonderful, amazing time in Europe, now she's seeing other guys. There's other guys in the picture, but there's one guy that she's seen a total of 3 times. And everything that she's been wanting, this guy has been bringing her flowers, taking her on new experiences over in Europe, really helping her understand the culture over there, really helping her learn, and just really being about her, calling her beautiful, bringing her flowers, taking her to nice dinners, like everything that she wanted from him, her specific person, she's getting, because you guys don't understand that you're manifesting you. You're manifesting a reflection of you. You're manifesting someone to share the experience of you with. And it's not about the other person. That's where you guys get so caught up on them and they're wonderful and they're this, they're that. But what about you? Because you're the only one making them wonderful. You're projecting you onto them, right? So it's so amazing to see this for her, because I've noticed in her IG story, she's very lighthearted. She's smiling. She's having a good time. And so I messaged her. I said, well, how do you feel now that he's looking at your IG stories and all? She said that she feels neutral about it. She's not placing so much importance on him anymore, but she also knows that she does love and care about him, and she would like to have a conversation with him, but she's not in a rush to figure out the how and when and if they'll ever be together, because right now all she's focusing on is who she's being, having a wonderful time, getting doted on, getting loved on, getting praised by all these other different guys out there, and allowing herself to experience fully her life. And of course, he's there. He'll be back in the States when she gets back. But who knows? That third party might have disappeared. That third party might have dropped, dissolved as soon as you put your attention back on yourself, you guys. Remember, only in your awareness these things appear. And when you take your attention off of something that you truly desire, and put it back onto yourself and focus on the love of yourself as I am, things have an opportunity of coming back around. Everything turns towards I am. But when you're focused out here on the 3D, you're looking at things can't necessarily move. Remember, I told you guys a watch pot never boils. So when you turn it in on yourself and you're focusing and communing with I am, now everything is turning around looking at you, wanting your attention. Okay? So that insistence that she had got her into a space for 3 years where she was just not herself. She was not open to life. She was not open to love. And she felt cut off and separated from the source and separated from love from every area. But now that she realizes that she's manifesting mirrors of herself to experience, she's putting all that energy into herself, and look at the outcome. She's being doted on, and he's very handsome. I seen a picture. I was like, girl, have a wonderful time. Like, that's all I can tell you. Have a wonderful time. And this is what I want you guys to know. It's not about being in the middle and trying to figure out the how. That's this little you. Remember, you're not the doer. And I also see this sometimes too when people are manifesting money, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, now I want to win the lottery. But you're wanting to win the lottery to fix a situation that doesn't need fixed. Only your perception, only your perspective of yourself and how you feel about yourself in terms of wealth only needs to be changed, because that might not be the fastest way. The lottery might not be the fastest way. The apology for her specific person may have not been the fastest way for them to be in a relationship. That might have kept that cycle going, but that you were still holding on to the old story anyway. If you needed an apology from something that happened a long time ago, you're still holding on to the old story of you, the old identity of you, and the old identity of them. So a lot of the times you guys are not even moving closer to that person because you have yet to drop the old story, have yet to think differently of yourself, to allow them to be different too. And you're holding the timing of what happened still in place, and all these things, when your only focus should be the experience of being in that relationship, the experience of I am and who I'm desiring to be. That's the only experience. Your only job is to express who you're being. All right. So I hope that this helps you guys. I'm excited to see what goes from here. I'll keep you guys updated. But yes, remember, imagination. You can change anything. You can stop waiting. You can stop trying to figure it out. Just experience. I just want you guys to experience yourself in imagination, how you truly desire to be, and know that that is the true reality, and that's what's coming through you and from you. But you don't need to figure out the how things are going to get done. That's not up to you. All you should be doing is relaxing, enjoying this life. All right. So I love you guys so much. Remember, imagination is always on your side. I am too. Coaching, all that good stuff is down in the description box below. I'm so excited because we've had many more success stories, SP success stories, from people going general more. And I'm going to talk about that more on this channel. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you share with someone who may need this video. Make sure that you get down and comment below how this video helped you and how it made you feel. And yeah, you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.